So let us learn addition of two numbers in servlets, right? Now let me go ahead and create a page, okay? So I'll just take the same thing and I'll be using what? I'll be using enter number 1. I hope every one of you know how to write HTML coding. Enter number 2. Here, the name of the text box, I'll give it as num1. The name of this text box 2, I'll give it as num2. And I'll be placing it as add. Okay. So I'll remove the servlet. My form is ready. Background color, I'll go with pink. Right click, run your form. You will be having two numbers with a add button on it. So number 1, number 2 and a button. The name of this text box is num1. The name of this text box is num2. So let's get the parameters on our second servlet. So I'll take a new servlet. The name, I'm giving it as add serve. Placing it in a package, my pack. Click next. Add the information to your deployment descriptor and then click finish. Now, first of all, we have to get the parameters. So, start writing from here. Once the bracket opens, you can start writing from here or you can write it here. So, let me start writing here. String, sorry. First, how do you get the parameter, girls? They are numbers. They are not strings. Int n1 is equals to, if you write request dot get parameter, request dot get parameter, and if you write num1, is it correct? No. Request dot get parameter is always a string. So you have to convert it into what? You have to convert it into integer. How you'll be converting it? Integer dot parse int. So what you are parsing? The whole string which is written in number 1, that has to be converted. How you'll be converting it? Integer dot parse int has to be used before your request dot get parameter. Then only this string value is getting converted into integer and it is getting stored into a variable. This is variable. This is the parameter which you are getting it from here. Okay. So your whole parameter will be saved into what? Num1. The browser is getting num1, converting into integer and then storing it into your n1 variable. Similarly, I'll take the second variable, that is integer dot parse int. I'll be taking n2 as the second variable and you can see here request dot get parameter. This is how you can write it. What parameter you wanted? I want num2. So I'm saying here I'm getting the number 2 and then what I'm going to do it, converting into integer, I'm saving it. Okay. So you have bought two numbers, num1 and num2. What is our third step? Our third step is printing. So you can write it down over here. How you'll write it down? Inside H1 here, the sum of numbers is, in which variable it is stored. The sum of numbers is in which variable it is being stored. It is stored into, let us calculate it, or you can write it down directly, n1 plus n2, or else you can calculate the result here also, n1 plus n2, and you can print the result. That is also okay. This is also okay. You can print res over here as well, or else if you want to calculate it directly, just place it inside the brackets. So now this is add serve. Now join up your things. Action, upon execution, it has to execute on a servlet. What is that servlet? Add serve. This is the servlet that you have it. So let us go ahead and run the program. So I'm running addition.jsp. So you can see there it will be asking for two numbers with a pink background, right? So let me enter two numbers, 12 and the other number 23. Click on add. The sum is, you can see there, it is 35. That's how the sum is representing 12 plus some number which I have given. Again, go back, refresh. And then here, now I'll give here 20 The number I'm giving here as 20, and here I'll give here again as 20. So you can see here the sum is 40. Is it clear? So you can go for any type of operations with respect to your servlets. Clear?